Are you wondering what on earth you're supposed to be doing down here on Earth? Well, if you are, then stick around because I've got some answers that might just interest you. Hello guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, I'm Sean Hills and this is A Soul's Experience, a channel dedicated to helping the human race remember who we really are. I'm back after a long, it feels really long, a good couple of weeks without making any videos. I was recovering from my surgery, got a few stitches left, but most of them have come out. I'm able to talk again properly to an extent, you know, not that I could really talk properly in the first place. However, we're back making content, we're back making videos to help with this great awakening of 2025, going into the golden age of 2026. But how can this video help you today with your personal problems here on Earth? Well, you know, we can all feel great when the job's going well, the family life's going well, the romantic relationships are all going well. But when this physical world starts to let us down, which it does all the time, we realise we cannot put our happiness in this physical reality. It doesn't live. Our happiness doesn't live in the physical. And the more you look around and the more you see people achieving, failing in this material world, the more you realise how much of a joke it is. This material world has been put here to support us in our experiences, in our lessons. This material world is not the reality that we are here to invest in. We are here to invest in ourselves and to grow personally on the inside. Now that may replicate and you might start looking healthy on the outside, in the physical. You might start radiating love and health and unity and direction and harmony. You might start radiating them types of energies because yes, our body is a temple and it is housing the soul, the divine part of us that is the peace of God. But so many of us neglect our temples, neglect our bodies, neglect our energies and our very essence to try and better ourselves in the material world. Now this is completely backwards and it leads to dis-ease, which eventually will lead to disease. All I want you to do today is shift your perception from you are trying to engage with the material world. You are trying to make your life around you better in the physical. Okay? We need to change that perception to you are trying to make yourself better internally. You are trying to make yourself better in the spiritual. And this game, this play, this VR experience that we are in right now, this is here to support us in that journey. None of us came to Earth to try and be the mayor. None of us came to Earth with our soul experience saying, you know what, I just want to work till I'm depressed. And I'm just going to work until I'm down in the depths. I'm going to work until I'm down in my grave. Yeah? And all them people up there that have been taking my money for the last 60 years, having a great life, kudos to you, because I'm dead now. My life's over. I got myself an autoimmune disease. I got myself depression and anxiety, working in a job I hated for the last 40 years, trying to pay the bills in the rat race. You know, pay Paul to borrow from Peter, to rob Tom and Dick and Harry, and who knows who's got the money. Because it ain't us. Is it? It ain't us. Yet we're told by these people with money, oh yeah, you must come this way. Come up this side of the spectrum, buy a top hat and maybe a little monocle, and you can become part of the club and have a secret handshake. Then you'll be happy, sir. Then you'll be happy, madam. BS, man. Bullshit. Shit. It don't work like that. It don't work like that. That is not how we find happiness in this life. And let me tell you why. When I'm a 90-year-old man and I'm sitting there in my rocking chair, am I going to want happiness, joy and love as a 90-year-old man? Or am I going to want £1 million in the bank? Which one is going to comfort me in my last days? A bank full of numbers, a screen full of numbers that doesn't mean nothing. Doesn't mean nothing, it's a screen full of numbers. Or am I going to want that joy, that love, that peace, that knowing that I have lived a good life, that I have loved those around me, that I try to grow spiritually and connect with the divine, with God, with Yeshua, with Jesus Christ? Which one is going to bring me comfort in my last days? Knowing that I didn't buy into this material world and try and chase the fortune, chase the house, chase the car, chase the love, chase this. Trying to find love in the bottom of the bottle, in the end of a cigarette, in the bottom of a big greasy burger, in a one-night stand. Trying to find the love in the absolute obscurity of this physical world. Trying to find love where love does not exist. We spend our lives chasing love where it doesn't exist. But if we stop looking out here and we start looking in here, where love dwells, where love grows, where love is born, if we start looking in here, then we start to find the truth of not only of who we really are, but why we are really here. On average, it takes me personally around 2 to 3 years to change a behaviour, a habit, something I've been doing my whole life that I consider to be normal, that brings me a bit of joy, a bit of happiness. Used to be alcohol, partying, sleeping with, being promiscuous basically. I used to think I was a Jack the Lad, that brought me all the joy. It was all material, women, drugs, drink, party, music. It's all I wanted to do. And if you had asked me in them chemical moments, are you happy, chemically intoxicated, I would have said yes. But if you'd asked me in the morning, once the drink and the drugs had worn off, the party and then the people had left, if you'd asked me how I'd feel, I would probably be crying, asking for your help, telling you I'm drinking myself to death and I don't know how to stop. And these are the traps we get entrapped in with the physical world. When we try and chase something that is unattainable, we get left with hopelessness. Because you cannot obtain anything that is not yours. The house you buy is not yours to keep. You have to give it up when you leave this planet. The clothes, the jewellery, the children that you have are technically not yours. Because when they leave this planet as that child, they will no longer be that child. They will be their own individual soul, ready to morph into any other living being in the universe that they so wish. We can actually live in a place of unity. Then we realise it's not about losing our children, not about losing our loved ones. It's not about losing our pets, losing our identity. It's actually about gaining the universe. Realising that every single person is our child. Every single person is our brother, our sister, our mother, our father. Every single person is us. That's where the real beauty lies, because it hurts, doesn't it? When you see your fellow man suffering, your fellow woman suffering. When you see children suffering, it hurts. It makes us cry. From thousands of miles away, we see children suffering in these war zones and we cry physical tears for them. Because we feel their pain. Why? We're not feeling sorry for them. We are literally feeling their experience on a minuscule level. We are feeling on a minuscule level what it must be like. We're imagining ourselves 5 years old, hungry, thirsty, no mum, no dad. Imagining ourselves in that situation, which isn't too tough. Because somewhere in every essence of every human being is the experience of every other single human being. And when we realise this, then we realise what unalignment truly is. That happening over there is a part of my soul. It's a part of my being. It's a part of my reality. And I don't like it. And you don't like it. And we all don't like it. Yet what do? We try and change that physical side of it. Again, this does not help. We have humanitarians and health aides and people going out there doing the good work. Super important. That's the experience they chose. But for the majority of us, what can we do? What can we do on an individual level that is really and actually truly going to help the masses? What we do, and you've heard me say this a million times before, and it ain't never going to get any easier. What we do is we work on ourselves. We work on ourselves internally. We can work on ourselves externally. Look good, feel good. Yeah, you know, I'm a massive, massive promoter of health and exercise. Massive promoter of health and exercise. I'm looking a bit skinny at the minute. I've lost 1/2 stone of body weight since the operation. I wasn't able to eat for 2 weeks properly. So I've been eating like a pig and trying to put a bit of weight back on because, you know, look good, feel good, and just want to feel strong for this physical world. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with making sure you're interacting with the physical world. I mean, we are here for a human experience. But we have to stop waking up in the morning thinking, I need to fix this, I need to fix that, I need to fix that, I need to fix that. That isn't our job. That is not your job. Your job is to look inside here, where it's truly difficult to look at ourselves and say, do you know what? I don't like that part about me. I don't like that. I don't know where that's come from. That's a learned behaviour. That's come from trauma. Potentially, I'm displaying this behaviour as a defence mechanism from trauma I experienced as a child. Wherever your trauma, wherever them little niggles are coming from inside, stop pushing them to one side and saying, well, I'm going to tidy up the house first, and then I'm going to fix up my job situation, I'm going to fix up my relationship situation, or whatever it happens to be, my money situation. Then I'm going to fix this and fix that. And you spend all your time trying to fix everything around you to try and make you feel better, when really what you have to do is you have to go inside. And you have to fix what's not working inside. Because then, okay, and I know this from my partying days. If your mental state is positive, it doesn't matter if you're sat in a bush. You could be sat in a bus stop all night long, but if you're with the right people, in the right environment, you can have the best night of your life. And then you could be sat in a mansion with a swimming pool, and if you're with the wrong people in the wrong environment, you can have the worst night of your life. So there is proof that the physical around you doesn't actually produce your happiness. Your happiness comes from the inside. Some of the best times of our life have been in the most strangest of places. And then when we're in the most perfect of places, should be having a ball, we have the worst of times. So we can see from that example, that very real example that I'm sure all of you can relate to, that it isn't about what's going on outside that truly makes us happy. It's about what's going on inside. And I'm a sucker for trying to tidy up, trying to do this, trying to do that. You know, I'm a sucker for trying to get my world around me looking a certain way so I can then start focusing on the inside. And I feel like we lose 50% of time doing it that way. I feel like we lose a lot of time doing it that way. So my advice for you today, guys, you can take it, you can leave it. It's completely up to you. Everyone has their own unique way of living this life. But I just, you know, I get these moments sometimes that seem really productive, really beneficial to me. Like I wake up in the morning and I think, actually, I've neglected this side of my evolution. Because we are here evolving, it's evolution. There's certain parts of my evolution I neglected. Well, I've been recovering the past 2 weeks, but I think them 2 weeks of recovering have given me a lot of time to sit there and think, rather than just go. Because if you're new to this channel, you've got to go check out some of the other videos, okay? We're waiting for the catalyst of 2025 on this channel. Now, there ain't no other channel really talking about the catalyst of 2025. I don't hear it anywhere else. Yes, people are saying the world's changing, there's events 2027, 2032, 2030, sorry. No, this channel's saying 2025. This channel's saying this year. And my friends and family who I've been talking about, telling them about this catalyst of 2020, 2025 for so long, they're looking going, Sean, there's only 4 months left. And I'm going, hey, man, that can only mean one thing. It's real close. It's real close. And yeah, if you are new to this channel, like and subscribe, because this channel ain't going anywhere. This channel's in it for the long run. We've been plugging away with this message for coming up 3 years now. And it's super, super important, because when it goes down this year, guys, when it goes down this year, I want you guys to be prepared. I don't want you worrying. I don't want you worrying, because the catalyst of 2025 is, I mean, it could be today. It could be today. It's a very... We're living in a world where you can go to sleep in one reality and you're waking up in another, and it's happening nearly on a daily basis. Every time you turn on the TV, the world's changed again. It's changed this way. It's gone bad. It's gone good, bad, good, bad. And we are literally like that at the minute. We're on this mega wave. Earth is on this mega wave, and we're heading towards an ascension process. But it's okay. So the human race is about to hit a stage of evolution never before seen in the universe. And there are entities at work trying to stop that. And they will be the ones, if they're not the ones responsible for the catalyst of 2025, then it will be divine intervention. And Mother Earth herself will cause the catalyst. Because there's no way of escaping it. And I'll say it again. If the catalyst of 2025 doesn't happen, I'll take down the whole channel. You know, I'll take down the whole channel. I'll stop if the catalyst of 2025 don't happen. Because it means the human race, or maybe I'll start the channel up again later on, but it means the human race is either, it means we're behind. It means we're behind if it doesn't happen. But I don't see how it cannot happen. Yeah, it's written in the stars, and I saw it. God, we're talking 2007. So we're talking 21 odd years ago. When I saw this happen, 21 odd years ago. And because I saw it happen 5 years ago, like what happened 5 years ago, because I saw that in the same vision and that came true, it's just, I'm just waiting now. We're waiting here on this channel now. It's a waiting game. But while we're waiting for the catalyst of 2025 to take place, there is one thing we can do to really, really help ourselves in this moment in universal human history. And that is to ground ourselves inside, but also expand ourselves at the same time. Don't pigeonhole yourself into this category, into that category. You got to leave yourselves open, but also protected. Leave yourself open to interpretation, but protect that energy. So there's a very fine dance at the minute. Human beings have to be very, very careful with their energy. If you're going to focus on the wrong thing, you are going to have such a hard time for the next 4 months. If you're going to focus on the war, on the loss, on the destruction, guess what? That's what you're going to feel. That's what you're going to live. And it's a hard place to live. And yes, some of us, we live there. Some of us choose to live there because we want to know what's going on so we can keep ourselves protected. And it's not so much about fight or flight. It's more about observation and decision. And yeah, I do a bit of that. I try and keep an eye on what's going on because I'm looking out for the catalyst. But I can't sit there all day long and dwell in the game of life. In the game of life, painful at times. I'm not detracting from life at all. Painful, violent, destructive, but also creative, beautiful, and harmonious. And it's that spectrum. It's that very spectrum of destruction and creation, fear and love. It's that very spectrum that makes this earth so bloody interesting. And it's the reason you keep coming back. Hey, alright? It's the reason we all keep coming back. Because goddamn, isn't it fun to be alive? Ain't it fun to be alive? Yeah, it really is. It really is great to be alive, you know. Through all the ups and the downs, the pains and the glories, the victories and the losses, it's one big roller coaster. And I want to thank you for being down here with me and all of us at this great time of awakening. It is tough, but it is beautiful. And if there's one thing we like on earth, it's a little bit of beauty. So remember to look after yourselves. Look after that personal piece of you, that soul vibration, that unique fingerprint on the finger of the hand of the divine themselves. Look after that side of you. Don't worry about what's going on over there and over here. You know, get your little bit of food, your little bit of comfort, your little bit of water, whatever you like to drink, your coffee. Sit back, relax, and let's just try and work on ourselves on an individual level. Because I'll guarantee you, you keep working on yourselves on an individual level, everything else around you that you're projecting will start to change. And it is hard. And I'm not trying to sugarcoat anything. I'm not trying to make it out like, oh, you can just go do that now. Especially if you're having a hard day. Them hard days, you just want God to help. And it feels like God turns their back on us sometimes. It does. It does. Man. And that's a conversation we can have with God when we're back, because it's a conversation that it's an answer I don't quite get sometimes. And I'll be honest with you, when I'm in hell a lot of emotional pain sometimes, and I just want to see the face of my angel. I just want to see the face of my spirit guide. I just want someone to be there. You know, I'll take a spirit guide as a friend right now. That's how lonely this awakening can get. I'll literally take a holographic spirit guide as a best friend right now. Just someone to talk to. And so it can be very lonely. It's very painful. Loneliness is... Man. Loneliness is the real killer, isn't it? It's the real painful one. But you're not alone. You're not alone on this planet, even if it feels like it. I'm here for you. Alright? I am here for you guys. And you guys, whether you know it or not, you're here for me. Because this gives me purpose. Telling you the truth about what I know about the spiritual world, the things that I've been through personally. What else can I do with my life? That's more important. If God has gifted us these beautiful experiences, then who am I to keep them to myself? How could I keep that to myself? I don't care if people think I'm crazy. I don't care if people think I'm a loony, a Bible basher, whatever you want to call me. I don't care. Because these people don't know me. They have no idea of who I am. They have no idea of who you are. So let them point, let them mock. Because when they pass over and they see that they're still not dead and they're actually still conscious, yeah, that's where justification comes in. That's when a lifetime of torment and a lifetime of your crazy tinfoil hat woo-woo guy isolated in the corner. That's where justification comes in. Because guess what? We were right. Oh, I mean, that ain't about being right, is it? But come on, a part of my soul, probably my ego actually, not my soul, a part of my ego seriously wants to wait on the other side for all of those doubters and just stand there going, I told you so. Told you so. Told you so. Oh, fake was it? Not real was it? Told you so. I told you. Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be great. Just, yep, next one. Oh, still alive, are we? Still conscious, still thinking and still see, can we? Oh, is that God, is it? Is that heaven over there? Yeah, well, I was telling you for the last 60 years. However, I don't think my ego, I don't think I'm going to be so egotistical in heaven. Probably just sit back and watch the joy and the love on their faces when they realise they've just popped out their body, still to experience, and see the devastation on some of their faces when they realised, uh-oh, I got that wrong. I'm probably going to have to go back and do it all again. But there we are. There are some of us that definitely ain't coming back to planet Earth. You know, not unless it's, been upgraded seriously. Where the worst thing that happens is someone can pull a wet willy. You know, I shouldn't have done that to myself. Ugh. I just wet willied myself. I'm not good. Yeah, it's like if that was the worst thing that could happen on Earth, it'd be a pretty cool place to live. Be a lot of wet ears. Because, like, imagine the arguments. How dare you, sir? He wet willied me. In for the double. In for the double. Do you remember the 1883 Battle of the Wet Willy Wars? If I do, I actually lost an ear in that battle. It's quite severe. Better than losing a thumb. That makes no sense. So on that note, guys, I want you to love those around you. Keep working on yourselves personally. Because if we work on ourselves and we learn to love ourselves, then we can learn to love those around us truly. And it means we can all receive the love that we all deserve. You deserve love. You deserve to be loved. You deserve to be able to love others and be loved by them. And whether you feel alone or not, whether you can feel it or not, I promise you there are billions, trillions of souls in this universe that love you, want you, need you, and adore you. And I'm not going to lie, I'm one of them. Because without you, there would be no me. And that's a fact. Without you guys, there would be no me. So I owe my very essence, my very life to all of you, and I love you all truly for that. We cannot face this world alone. And if we face it together, whether that be through a screen, whether that be through in person, physically, mentally or emotionally, we can face this life together and we can share our burdens. And when we grow and we hit them painful moments, I want you to know you have someone to reach out to. It's very isolating, very lonely going through this awakening with the rest of the world telling you that you're the crazy one. When in reality, you know it's the rest of the world that are crazy and you're the one who's just woken up. You have a load of blind people telling you that you can't see. It is frustrating. It's annoying. And it's downright degrading. Having people call you a liar 24/7 or you're just fucking gone with the fairies. I mean, it's degrading. It borders on the line of disrespectful. But it's our job to hold that love for those people and allow them the time and the opportunity to find out the truth for themselves. Because they will. Every single soul, whether they do it in this life or the next, every single soul will wake up. And when they do, they'll find they're the one who's still alone with the world around them, telling them that they're crazy. It lasts forever. As I say, we're right in the middle of the Great Awakening. The catalyst of 2025 will happen. And when it happens, those people that are still asleep will finally wake up and join us on the right side of evolution. We are all upgrading into Homo Galacticus from the Homo sapien. We are becoming Homo Galacticus, getting ready to be Homo sapiens who can travel intergalactically through the universe. We are literally becoming a different species as we speak, with our strands of DNA that have been lying dormant coming back online through the great solar flares of 2025. There is a reason the sun has been so extremely active this year. It is literally upgrading our light bodies on a day-by-day basis in such a subtle way that small changes eventually will lead to canyons of improvements, canyons, gaps as big, as wide as the eye can see of evolutional movement forward in the right direction towards positivity and unconditional love. Gonna leave it there, guys. On that note, I'm leaving it there. We just got to work on ourselves. Don't worry about what's going on around you. It's one big play. It's all orchestrated. It's all planned. Yeah? It's all planned. Everything's all planned. They're after your attention. They're after your distraction. Don't give it to them. Put your attention and put your love inside. Let's work on ourselves and the world outside will start to reflect what we feel. We know this. We've been told this a million times. Yet most of us still struggle to do it. So this is just another reminder that it is important to work on ourselves. It's not selfish. It's actually one of the most selfless things you can do, is to face your shadows, overcome them, and from them painful, and they will be painful lessons, from them painful lessons, we can now transfer them lessons to those around us that are going through that experience. We can become teachers to them. But to do so, this is not something that you can learn out of a book. You have to live it. If you want to learn about spirituality, about healing, about becoming more like the divine, more like Yeshua, then you have to live it. You have to walk, you have to stumble, you have to fall, you have to get back up. You have to make mistakes. You have to do things out of alignment, things that are not you, to find out who you truly are. Until next time, please take care of those around you. Take care of your siblings, your pets, your animals. But like I said earlier, please remember to take care of yourselves. It is so important that we give ourselves the love that we truly deserve. Yes, we are loved by the universe, but we have chosen to come here through the veil of earth, to be disconnected from that love to an extent that we can no longer feel it unless we actively look, search and heal. We can feel the love of God here on earth, and we can feel the love of heaven here on earth if we so wish. But it takes time, dedication, patience, and most of all belief that what I'm telling you is the truth. If you don't believe in God, if you don't believe in unconditional love, if you don't believe in harmonious happiness here on this planet, then you will never find it. You will never feel it, you'll never experience it until it is too late, till you have passed on and you look back and you say, damn, I wasted a whole life in hatred. I wasted a whole life in pain when I could have chose a different way. And some of us are going to learn better through the misery. It's just how your vibration is at the minute. Some of us are going to learn better crawling through the mud than flying through the clouds. And that's okay. It's no less, no better than. In fact, your experiences might be more valid and more fruitful the harder that they are. So if you look around and you think your life's right in the pooper right now, there is a reason for that. And the reason is always more glorious than you think. The plan is always greater than you know of. We come up with these plans for ourselves. We imagine a dream life. And let me tell you, the life that God has for you is 1,000 times better. We can't even imagine the life that is planned for us if we can walk in harmony. And it isn't going to look like how you think. It isn't going to look like the mansions and the Lamborghinis and the indoor swimming pools and the private skate parks and private trampolines and zip lines through the woods and your own bloody woods to build your own tree houses in all day long. Yeah, it's a dream we had when we was a kid, but your happiness might not actually look like that. Your happiness might be sat there in a little bungalow with your wife or your husband, on your own, with your 2 little dogs, watching the fishies in the evening, drinking a cup of tea. Your actual true happiness might look completely different from what you've been told it should look like. Because we're all told happiness looks like the 7-bedroom house with all the en-suites. We're told that the private tennis court and the private swimming pool, we're told that's what happiness looks like. We're told that. But how many of us are living it? How many of us are chasing it? Or how many of us have just gone, pfft. Man, if that happens, that happens, but that isn't a life goal. Trying to get rich should never be a life goal. And that's what it comes down to, really. If we're looking about the physical world, how do you get things in this physical world? Money. Chase the money. Yeah. It's funny, isn't it? We chase something we can't drink, we can't eat, couldn't build a shelter out of, struggled to keep us warm unless we had tons of it. I mean, money is actually pretty useless in a situation where you need to survive. You can't eat it, you can't drink it. You know, you could probably make a little hat out of it, somehow, if you could stick it together. I don't know what you could actually do. Wipe your butt with it. It'd be good for wiping your butt. That is literally it. Some paper. You just have a stack of paper. I'll wipe my butt with that in the apocalypse, because it is just useless. And money in the bank's even more useless, because you can't even touch that. You can't even wipe your ass with that. You know what I mean? You getting it now? Yeah? Sweet. That's what this video is about. Okay, let's stop trying to chase what we can never have. Yeah, you never get to hold on to your money, your savings. You never, ever, ever. I'll pass it on to my family. What, so that they can go through the life you went through, chasing money? No, not my kids, thank you. No, I genuinely, if I can pass one thing on to my children, it will be better mental health. That would be the one thing. If I could give my children anything in life, it would be good health, mental and physical. Because you can have all the money in the world, but if you ain't got your physical health, you ain't got your mental health, you ain't got nothing. When I was lying in that hospital room, getting my mouth cut open, full of infection, if I had £1 billion in the bank, what could I do with it? Absolutely nothing. I couldn't even get out of bed. I felt so sick and so ill. I was just stuck in hospital. What's $1 billion going to do for me then? Nothing. I couldn't enjoy it. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even eat. It's not like, well, I'm going to sit in the hospital and order the most expensive caviar and food and expensive champagne I can imagine, because I couldn't even eat. I couldn't even eat. What am I going to enjoy with all that money if you ain't got your health, you ain't, or if you lose the plot, you're so depressed that you just top yourself because you've got all the money in the world, but now you're just depressed. You spent 60 years of your life striving to try and achieve something. You turn back and you realise you only spent 2 weeks out of the year with your children. Like, spend time with them. Now, I'm not talking about being in the same room as them. You know, there's just so many sacrifices you need to make to try and obtain this paper. This plastic paper with a head on it. Yeah? And it's just, if there's one thing I can tell you guys, is we've got to build up the internal bank. We've got to be rich on the inside. We've got to be rich on the inside. Your health, your mental health. Literally, the way you wake up in the morning, your outlook. Do you wake up like, oh, I've got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that? Or do you wake up and go, wow, a whole day where anything could happen? Literally, unlimited opportunity in a day. You can walk down the street, find a Roman coin and start digging, and all of a sudden you've discovered the biggest Roman depository of gold on the planet. Your name goes down in the history books. You become an adventurer, travel the world, archaeological sites, from finding a bag. Why not? Why not? Why could you tell me why that is physically impossible to happen? It is not. It's actually possible. Anything you can imagine is actually possible in this world. And this is where we need to be. This is where we need to live. In abundance. Abundance isn't the money we already have. The abundance is the abundance of opportunity and experience we are likely to receive. We allow ourselves to receive. Allow the abundance of experience to come in. As soon as you wake up in the morning, you start pigeonholing, well, I've got to go work today, I've got to be there at 6 and I'm back at 7, I'm going to watch that tonight and then I'm going to bed. Really? That's what you've given? Work, dinner, bed? You've given yourself 3 things to do today out of 24 hours of endless possibility? You're giving yourself work, sleep and bed? Come on, man. Got to think greater than that. But I need to go to work. I'll get fired and then I won't have a bed sleeping because I'll become homeless. Okay, cool. Then do what you got to do, but what about in between? What about while you're at work? What could happen while you're at work? You're at work for 8 hours, let's say. Don't assume it's going to be the same. Look for the difference. Look for the difference. And if you can't find it, be the difference. That's the power that we all hold. If we want to see our lives change it. It's that simple. But how? Go inside, find out how. Don't ask me. Ask your higher self how. Ask your soul how. Ask God how. Ask Jesus Christ, Yeshua. Ask Yeshua how. Don't ask me. Ask your spirit guides how. We can do this. You know, we can do this. But yeah, the power you have inside you is unlimited, and it's unattainable through material things. The power you have inside you is a birthright that is laying dormant, that we can turn on any single time we want. But I am in very real danger of just waffling on for the rest of the day if I keep talking. So I am going to leave it here. Finally. Whew. I am going to leave it here, guys. It's been really great talking again. Really great making a video. I just want you guys to know that if there's one really important thing you can do today, it's just look inside. Stop feeling like you're falling behind because you're not chasing the rat race. Yeah. Just stop chasing this material stuff. It doesn't come to you that way. It just doesn't come to you that way. And it's not where happiness lies. Happiness lies in good health, being around good people. That's it. It evolves around love. Happiness evolves around love. No, I could have made a 30-second short and just said, guys, don't worry about the material. Happiness evolves around love. Full stop. See you later.